All right, we're gonna get started finally. Sorry about that, guys. I got done at work and I was like, you know what? I just needed to decompress and hop in the shower. I also realized I do not have my other monitor set up, so hold on. Oh, I'm such a mess today. Hold on. Well, hopefully this doesn't screw anything up. And if it does, I think we'll be fine, actually. There we go. Ugh, I don't even have my background ready. Not where I'm supposed to be. I'm such a disaster. But no, welcome in, guys. Yeah, today I'm just getting sick of my job, I think, and it's really making me hard not to it's to the point where it's just affecting my daily life even when I'm not clocked in. It's just that bad. But yeah, anyone who's worked at a call center before probably knows my woes, where it's micromanaging over petty stuff. Why does it seem like I feel like I can see my background behind the Nintendo stuff? It was just kind of funny. Anyone that's worked at a call center knows, like, there's stuff called after call, where it's like you're doing stuff before you take another call, and it's very timed because anything corporate, you know, it's micromanaged. And they were getting on people today about that, which I found funny because they showed like the numbers everyone's doing, and no one was doing bad. In fact, we are like well below like what the number should be in a good way. But now they're just like nitpicking because the call volume's high. And you know what happens when they started like getting on us about it? The fucking dialers started breaking. So like the call volume went up to like 100 people waiting in queue. It's like, well, there you go. You had to complain about it, even though no one was doing anything bad. And now it got worse. I thought it was funny. I laughed a little bit, even though I kind of had to. I'm the one that has to handle that, you know. But yeah, so today was just a day. I'm just like mentally spent, I think. But we're gonna get through it. I don't know if we're gonna finish tonight. We have to do another investigation part of this case we're on, and then a trial. And I kind of do want to crack it out tonight, so we'll see. It was like karma, but like a painful one. Yeah. Also, I think I fixed the audio issues. But if anything does seem off, please tell me. What was happening was when I was playing Zelda over the weekend, the audio was doubling because I have my desktop source active as well as my Switch source active. And normally they're in sync, so I guess you guys were never able to tell, you know, because there wasn't really reverb. But I'm guessing because Zelda's such like a more graphically intense Switch game, I think the capture card is like struggling just a little bit to keep up with it. And no one said anything Saturday, but it honestly, it kind of looked like it was intentional because everyone just sounded like epic, even though there was a lot of reverb. So on Sunday, I just muted the desktop audio, but then that's not ideal because then the alerts and stuff on stream don't like play noise. But I think I fixed it. And I think when I did my little GPU update on Friday, I think that's what caused it, and I think I had to switch a setting back on the Switch audio thing. It's very confusing. I don't understand tech stuff. I just do what people tell me to do when I ask for help. But if it does seem off still, do not be afraid to speak up, because I'd rather get it fixed than have to go back and watch a VOD and realize I can't use anything for clips or anything because the audio was messy. But yeah. We should get this done tonight. I'm also like thinking about like, you know, I don't just want to be like I'm like such an like, I hate to be so meta about Twitch, but like I've just found it's like I don't just want to be a variety streamer because I just feel like it does seem like it's hard to grow that way because people come to watch a specific thing, and when you're not playing that thing, they switch off to someone else. But I don't just want to play one thing either. So I don't know. Streaming 4 days a week when you do work a full-time job is a lot, and I was doing 5 for a while. But that being said, I do kind of want to like. What's annoying me right now is I want to get back into Final Fantasy. I want to get back to doing the solo Palace of the Dead runs. I think that's like, if I'm gonna stream that game, like, to be honest, it's a fun MMO, but not a lot of it, in my opinion, is very streamable. The main story is streamable, and that's unless you're like a hardcore raider that like is popular. You're not really gonna get views. That's just how it is on Twitch. People don't really watch Final Fantasy streams. Final Fantasy 14, I should say. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to make a new character and go back from the beginning and play up until where the story's at now to kind of give you guys like a chance, like people who haven't played it through, to get an idea. Because you've seen me play it, you've seen characters, you might not know like what their background is, why they're important, and I feel like that'd give people like a good chance to see like what the game's like up until this point. The problem is I don't want to start that too soon until the next expansion. I kind of want to, I would love to do it like when I know there's a date, I can play through it and then be like, well guys, Dawn Trail comes out in like 2 weeks, so you know, like I want there to be like hype around it too. Like I want it to be perfect timing. And the developers are making that very hard right now because typically, so we get an expansion, and then after that expansion launches, there's normally like I think 4-ish month period where they allow people to play through the story and whatnot, and then we get another patch. We get 5 major patches per expansion, and the last patch, the 0.5 patch, they split in 2 to kind of like, because at that point, like, we're at the end and they're really trying to like spread things out to like trickle, you know, drip feed content for us. We've already had that, and historically at this point we know a specific date when the game is coming out for the expansion, and we can pre-order it, we have a release date, we can prepare for it, like request time off, and we have nothing so far other than summer 2024, and the only thing Yoshi P has promised is it won't be October. So that is literally like a 3 to 4 month time span of when it could be. And it just seems like, okay, well, we're in mid-March now. It's definitely not coming out in June. And I feel like if they put it upon us like so soon, that's going to piss people off. But then it's like, okay, were you doing late September? Because that to me is not summer. I'm sorry. I don't think people, I just feel like in North America, like when kids are going back to school, that's not summer. It could be November, December. I would hope not. I would seriously hope not. The way he worded it, it made it seem like it won't be that late, you know? But that to me signals that they could possibly be looking that they have to delay it until late September. Just fucking tell us. Give us a month. I feel like a 30-day time frame, like a month is 30 days. Like, you don't know of what month you can put the game out in. That's concerning to me when it's supposed to be released later this year. I don't know. I draw issue with their planning for this expansion, and that worries me. And and I think part of it is because they're doing a graphics update, and maybe they've run into some issues that they're working through. But like, and that's fine. Be transparent about it. They don't have a good like liaison of like communication when like things aren't exactly going as planned. It's Yoshi P will put out a letter at like weeks later than we should already have an answer for, and that's in my opinion. Like September is not summer. If the case is true, they said summer early to mid-September can be true. Yeah, but see, even to me, like that, it technically is summer, but it's not. Because what happened with Endwalker, it was fall, and then it was late fall, and then it was, oh god, when was the first like actual date? Wasn't it sometime in November, and then they had to delay it, and then it ended up being early December, I think. And they had to see like, well, technically it's still fall because winter doesn't start till the 21st. I forget what they said, but it's like, okay, but that was not fall. And I think they're trying to prevent that from happening again, which I get, but it's like, it is so vague that like it's making it hard for me to plan things. Cause here's the thing, my job right now, I can just call off work. They don't have a real attendance policy as long as you call in, which is, I guess, nice, but I also hate the place. So it's like, I ideally do not want to be working there, you know, come fall or come summer. So it's like, I'd like a general date, because if I need to request days off, you know, at a new job, they're going to want to know that when I get hired. It's just annoying. It's annoying. But yeah, I'd like to get back to doing like regular Final Fantasy stuff. And I don't know, maybe we'll see when I finish Breath of the Wild. Maybe I'll go back to like doing the weekends as Final Fantasy, or I'll just do Final Fantasy maybe on Fridays, like certain Fridays. I would like to play a game that I can play regularly, where I don't just say like, oh, I'm a variety streamer. Because like I said, it feels like I'm starting over, and I just feel like this is the time where it's like, I really wish I would have had this all figured out when I first started streaming. I really didn't go into any of this with a game plan. I mean, I guess I could say I'm like a Nintendo streamer at this point, because literally everything I've been playing has been on the Switch. So I guess that's not wrong. It's like Ace Attorney, you know, I guess I could say I'm an Ace Attorney streamer at the moment, but the game is going to end eventually. You know, we're on the third game. I'm not going to buy the other ones right away, you know, because I have such a library I would like to get through as well. It's just, ugh. I feel like I'm an unorganized person to some extent, but I also like to, like, in my life, I'm like organized chaos. Like, I still need an itinerary of like, I need a deadline for things. I will do things the last minute, but I need a deadline. And I think part of that is because of, I went to school for like journalism, and I worked around deadlines, and I like, it's kind of like programmed my brain that way. Like if it's September 17th to the 30th, that's good enough for me. Say that, Square Enix, and I will work with that. But we shall see. But I don't know. We'll see about maybe adding in like a weekly like Palace of the Dead stream, because it's like, God knows how long that's gonna take me to beat. But at least I can like keep a schedule of it, because I am very committed to completing that before the expansion comes out, because once that's out, I'm not gonna have a lot of time to go back and do that again. Like now's like the time to actually start doing like the side things you never got to complete. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling here. I'm sorry. And I started late too at that, which is not helping. But what can I do? I needed to vent. God, it's already getting hot out here. Like March in Florida, like it's usually still pretty cool. It feels like it's heated up really fast. In my opinion, it kind of feels like we're already like in June or July. Like I'm sitting here sweating. Granted, I am drinking hot tea. I feel like I need something iced. Spring is already here. Florida is literally Summer and then fall. Like our winter is kind of like fall. That's pretty much it. But yeah, like I said, if the audio sounds off, just say it. I will not get mad. We will troubleshoot through it. If I have to, I'll disable the desktop audio again, which I don't want to do, but it is a temporary fix, I suppose. But I feel like we should notice with this game because Ace Attorney has some pretty obnoxious music, as we found. But I'm trying to think where we're at. So we're back in the investigation part. So a guy died in a restaurant, a maid cafe, if you will, drinking coffee. We're defending someone who was the waitress. The owner of said cafe is a kleptomaniac, that we know. There's an old man that goes there all the time that really was not helpful. And now we're being told to investigate some more about it. The judge is actually allowing this, and that's where we're at. And that's what you missed on Glee. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. That wasn't our fault. I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Oh yeah, the girl, there was that one girl that showed up very briefly and like smiled at us very creepily and then just left. It was probably her. I'm just gonna take a wild guess. It's a bit low. I can turn it up. I can turn it up a little bit. Is that a little bit better? Is it too loud? I gotta be careful because this game can be sometimes a little bit like extreme. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah, we've gotta find one for Maggie or she's going to have a terminal case of guilty. Okay, good, perfect. Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. We need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow, I think the key to this case has got to be at Tribulations. You mean the place of the murder? You don't say. Well, then let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. Yeah. So anything on your mind? Actually, there is something. I was wondering about Zin Eop, you know, like what he's like and stuff. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that guy. Oh yeah. I oughta beat you so hard it'll feel like you were smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright, you saying you, Phoenix Wright? Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. I almost forgot about him. Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger. You did? What did you find out? Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Fonione? Fonione. Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? He has to be connected with the girl that showed up, I bet. I imagine. He's probably trying to protect her. That would be my guess. The creepy goth girl. I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie. Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Alright, well. Yeah, the head wound Harry is basically what she was. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like... Now, just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, it's you. I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. What can I say? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow apart my testimony. Why, of all days, didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would he have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Also, we do have an ad starting in about a minute. I think I'm just gonna let the ads run today. Actually, no, I'll snooze this first one, only because I forgot. I complained about the banner ads showing up, which I don't watch my own stream like that, so I don't see them. Plus, I use AdBlock, and AdBlock does block those. I highly recommend using AdBlock on Twitch. Anyway, I remember saying, I wish I could disable those specifically. You can. On the Twitch dashboard, there is, under the ads tab, there is a way you can uncheck stream display ads, because that's what those are. I don't think I make much money off them anyway, and I don't like the idea of it shrinking my game screen, so they shouldn't be popping up today. But if people who aren't subbed can let me know, I'm genuinely curious, because it annoys me. And if they do, I would use AdBlock. But yeah, I forgot to mention that. I'm like, oh, thank God. I wish I could disable ads entirely. Anyway, so did Maggie say anything to you about me, I mean? Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh man, poor Gumshoe. So, did you like the twin tea set? I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was delicate. Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste, and I just realized it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know? Maybe he should have found about the price after he had finished eating. Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glen Elg came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome, speaking of Glen Elg, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? Yeah. So what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something. Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to? Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show. Not you too. Oh, it's just one. What a psyche lock. This lunch special's lobster sure is great. And why are there tears in your eyes? I don't know. Also, we're in the same day. We probably don't have all of our health back. We did lose some health the last time. The radio. Oh, we only lost one, apparently. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. It sounds like he was listening to the lottery. Also, thank you, Slynetta, for Blue Bar. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... Do we have a lottery ticket? We do. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glen Elg did. It's... it's like you can see right through me. Oh, that was easy. Huh? I've cracked him already. See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing. Okay, now we have an ad starting in about a minute. Oh, we got our little itty-bitty health back. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elg, you see. And they've got the special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Elg was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah, what time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Yeah, look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Okay, that's important actually, the time. Millionaire radio, that sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Cause when did he die? Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. It probably was around 1:30 then that he died. Although experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30. So it actually could have been around 1:40. Wasn't there also something else about 10 minutes? See, this is the problem because I'm not taking notes, but I swear someone's testimony in court went on something about 10 minutes, and now I can't remember. Which kind of sucks. But that's okay. This must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so, with all this police tape all around it. And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya? Kinda gross, but okay. Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know. Then why can't I picture you doing just that? And where is the chef? Where is the chef? This is your restaurant. Like, come on. Huh. Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. There she is. I'll be back next month. She literally is wearing, like, Wednesday Addams' outfit. Oui, natural element. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, and I will have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. Hee hee hee. No, stop it, I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. Also, I can't remember. Is that Mace? I can't remember if it's Mace or Mice. This is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh, no, you don't have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. Hee hee. What the fuck? I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now. I have le shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. There, oh oui oui, that feels good. Oh la la, excuse-moi, monsieur. My eyes, my eyes. Your eyes, if you have trouble with your eyes, you need this, la oil of sandalwood. Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using? Oh, did you not meet him before, Sly? This is the chef, by the way. Yeah, this is why I wasn't startled. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur, but perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it, they think it's tray. I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think that you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays? Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life, it is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me. So who was that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la, you saw that? Oh, yes, sorry. So who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. Polite, graceful. And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I love how it's like a cutaway where we like this literally just happened a minute ago. They're just replaying the scene. Now that I think about it, hey Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens. Do we know what evidence that is? Because I don't. Unless it's that. This music is very upbeat, despite the situation. Felicitations, my qu'est-ce. Nope, I can't do it. Where are my Canadians? I cannot say this word. Qu'est-ce? Nope, I can't do it. Je no comprehend. Nick, don't just make something up. Oh. So he had nothing to say about that? Okay. Okay, he has nothing to say about that either. We have no idea what evidence Phoenix is referring to. Maybe this? If only I had taken the right lottery ticket. I would not have any debts right now. I would be free. Look on the bright side, Mr. Armstrong. You won $1, right? A lack of remorse for having stolen something priceless. Coffee cup? Nope. Crime scene, maybe? Nope, he has nothing to say about the crime scene or the floor plans. Ah, it is true. My vases are broken all the time. I bought the new ones the next day after that incident. But they wouldn't let me put it on the table because of la investigation. Huh? And that got us nowhere. So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with still broken wings. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. They kept harassing me months after months. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? My bien, sir, if I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you agree to help them with? None, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with the salad garnish. Ew, I hope he doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I mean, she kind of talked about eating him. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Ah, please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. There we go. The woman who was here earlier, I'll take it that she's, why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in la debt. It is a sign of la bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of la bad culinary skills. The woman who is here, the scary woman, she is from la loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui, Tender Lenda it is called. Catchy name, just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10 sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So Tender Lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they got anything to do with this case. I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Same, actually. Thanks to loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me. Who's this he? La Tiger. The Tiger? Oui, is the manager of the Tenderlander, a terrifying man, la big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no. This man is a presence, a most formidable personality. Also, oui, he does have the spiky hair just like you. Oui, there is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tenderlanda, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey Nick, if you need money, I can loan you some as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Okay, well, I think that's where we're going. I think. I'm like really thirsty today for some reason. I don't know why. Well, there's the scooter again. That's terrifying. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway, at least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Well, there's the bike. Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you, otherwise you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine a tiger loose in the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick, lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? Sorry, I'm trying to fix my model. I keep, like, turning to the side. Okay. Oh, there's the Tinderlinda. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. Win through compromise. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. You're here to discuss a loan. No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course. No one will ever know. Coffee? Ah. I'll leave it here for you to enjoy quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. I don't trust her giving me coffee. Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here. And there's a CD. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah. Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it all? Hee hee hee. If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. Can she go away, please? That coffee, it was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. You better take a look at the CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger? It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way, that woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. I bet the victim was also in debt and was trying to sway the owner with saying like, hey, I'm gonna get a record deal, or I just won the lottery. And it was probably too late and they killed him with coffee. That's one impressive desk on one impressive rug. It's solid gold, Nick. Gold. Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that. Would you really want such a shiny desk, though? I don't know, but let's see what it's like to sit at a solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled. That's because it's completely dazzling. I can see up my nose in the reflection. That's gotta be really distracting. So the desk isn't practical. No surprise there. Literally, kitten. Let's see. This round doll thing is called a Dharma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything, I'm more of a reverse-y person, you know. Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill. Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane. The car is registered to the Cadaverinus? The cadaverinus. What the hell? So it's not even the Tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Paid by Tiger to the Cadaverini family. Are they dead people? Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. The same. Oh, yeah. He wore... That's how he impersonated me. The same color as my suit. Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some cake? I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure, I am. Thanks. Just wait here quietly, otherwise... Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand? Ah, I'm scared, Nick. So, what were you getting so excited about before? Look, on the lapel of this suit, that's an attorney's badge. A cardboard badge, mind you. Is the tiger a lawyer? No way, look at this thing, it's made of paper. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it. I was right before, back at Tribulations. Paris fashion is more my thing. I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Okay, last thing we haven't really observed is the sign. Went through compromise. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. That's Tender Lender's guiding principle. Oh. Compromise the customer to win. Oh, I see. That doesn't sound right. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. Oh wait, I didn't even see this junk on the floor. Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's going to be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I actually knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh hey, there's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says Tribulations. Interesting. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Okay. Ah. Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are you two snooping around in my office for? Nothing. We were just... My precious carpet. You've got ash on my rug. You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was already. You just want to argue with me? Is that what you doing? You think yous can take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Ah. Oh. Dawn Tiger, you're back. Ah, that voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. I'm sorry, Dawn Tiger. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and... Has she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. She does look like a violet. Phoenix Wright. Yes? You's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come and mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. But I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left the little girl at home, right? I have a few things I want to ask. No questions. This is the last time we meet. Oh. Wait, please. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream hold it either. The espresso. And cookies. This one is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? I need Final Fantasy up. I resubbed through the Mog Station paid with my Steam wallet, and it still says I don't have an active sub. Am I missing something? I don't know, because I don't have it through Steam. I have it through, I bought the game just like through the Square Enix store. So I cannot help on that one. Could maybe put it in the Discord. And I don't know if I know anyone else that does it through Steam. So I couldn't tell you there. I know my friend Charlene does, but she doesn't. She comes here like once in a blue moon. And she hasn't subbed to that game in a while. And like my only guess is like maybe it takes a while for Steam to like recognize it. I have no idea. So I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling the sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Company at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Yeah, see, I don't know. Like when I like start and stop my sub, I go on the Mog Station. I think I go renew my subscription, and then I enter in my card info and I pick which type of subscription I want, and then it's like it's just clicking like a couple next boxes and that's it. I don't know. I guess that I don't know if that's the same thing as authorizing. I think what they mean is with Steam, Like, I know when I buy other things on Steam, it does bring me to, like, a page where I have to, like, it takes me to Steam where I have to authorize it. And then it brings you back to, like, whatever game you're playing. But Final Fantasy is different, I guess. I don't know. So let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember, I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. I love that she's, like, just openly admitting that they killed him, basically. Like, oh, we kill people when they don't repay us. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident? Let me see. I was here that day with the manager being the tiger. Furio Tiger. Furio? Tiger? So that's where the tiger thing comes from. Zen Eop's got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. I guess we present him. Welcome in, Queenie. Welcome in. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tiger? Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Hee hee. It's going. I'm a little bit exhausted. Today was a very busy day. But I'm doing fine otherwise. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. Hee hee. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owe Don Tiger my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you? Please address him properly as Don Tiger, otherwise I'll have to... Okay, Don Tiger, of course, I'm sorry. He saved her life. I'd sure like to know how that happened. And she has a head bandage. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died once. Hee hee. You died? About 4 months ago, the doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tiger, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So is that why you've got that bandage around your head? This? So what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury, a little fatal injury. A fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? Oh my god. And I just have a feeling. Oh my god. 4 of them? She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. I'm just gonna take a wild guess, and I don't know that we have any of her information yet. Because we know nothing about her. The head bandage. I know, we know, like, her first name. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Ooh. Now this bike is all beat up. So I'm wondering, like, could that have been her scooter? Because it's pink. It doesn't look like that's his bike. No worries. I don't know if we're gonna finish the case tonight. I might try to plow through it, but if not, we'll be starting a new one on Thursday. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna present this. Well, donuts, huh? I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one. What's inside? Jam and... I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch that. Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'll pass. I guess that was a flop. What happened to this woman for her to have such a huge bandage around her head? There must be some piece of evidence that'll prompt her to tell me what happened. I would assume that like this, like a motorcycle accident. I don't know. Like, none of this stuff seems related to her. We probably have to go find out, I think. To me, though, I feel like the scooter is what it is. I don't know. Because why is it all beat up like that? There he is, old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again. There, take this, and get out of my park. Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man. What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo. Pigeon, Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons. In with good fortune. Ow, ow, ow. Seeds, shell splinters, painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the servant girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. Not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Javachino. That looks like Violet. We hear you. And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece. On the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. We're really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you. Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer. I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection! Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? Actually, we've got places to go, things to check and stuff. Maybe another time? Fine, whatever. Just don't forget, I've got a tsunami's worth of grumbling to do. Yes, yes, this girl right here is really looking forward to hearing it all, honest. What? I never said that. Come to the place where I work then. Here, bring this along with you. What is this? It's covered in seeds. A discount coupon for a burger. He really wants someone to grumble at, huh? Although it is a burger joint. Oh, I guess we have to let him grumble at us? Hold on. Guess I better let him talk. So, there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then. Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman? Well... Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh, yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute, what did he just say? At home and at that restaurant. Hold up, by restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did, the very day that young brat was poisoned. What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The servant girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excuse-moi, you call the police. Call them yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. So did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Do I look like I'd have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one. I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened. Yes, sirree, the owner was at Tribulations on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But all you bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Ah. Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, We need to get more details about exactly what happened from Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Interesting. Well, let's see if we can go talk to Maggie. Is she back yet? She's not. Well, that sucks. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Calling the officers for the briefing quick. Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet. But my email pen pal... 1337 Asian Princess. Save it for later. I'm turning it off now. No, 1337 Asian Princess. That should be my new username. Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy, more like panicking if you ask me. Something's going on, something big. Interesting. Wait, no, I want to examine. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He looks lost now that the power to his computer has been cut. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to write her a real letter instead of an email. Alternately, you could write up some reports, just a suggestion. Dear 1337 Asian Princess, how are you? I'm okay. How was the show last night? Wow, what an awesome job. Maybe I should send in my resume and become a chief. There's this man. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Even pickpockets can have their pockets picked. That's a keeper. Better to go with something that doesn't sound too much like a slogan. He must be coming up with slogans for a crime prevention campaign. But I'm not sure even he knows what kind of crime he's trying to prevent. And these other computers, I'm going to assume, are not important. I wonder... Let's go back here. What can we show him that would get him to talk about something? Wonder if he needs to know anything about her. Apparently not. Excuse me. You let me get 1,000,000 of my grumbles off my chest and I'll take one quick look. I've got an earthquake of frustration inside it that's ready to rumble. On second thought, forget it. 1,000,000 grumbles for one quick look doesn't sound like a good deal for me. He doesn't want to say anything about him either. Or the victim. Or the matches. You had to buy another 30 days? Oh, did you buy like a time card? I've done that like I think once and it was weird. But that was such a long time ago. Oh, a 30-day sub, okay. Okay, he doesn't care about that either. Does he care about anything? Well. She doesn't care about that. I might have to look up what to do here. I will admit I'm a bit lost. Trials and Tribulations. I think we're on episode 3, I want to say. Okay, we need... There's a piece of evidence we're missing. Gumshoe's lunchbox? Is there a lunchbox here? We're missing something. Oh, yeah, we are missing. There is a whole other area we have to unlock. Holy crap. This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? Oh, I know. So have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. Or something like that. Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look. A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We've got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, we'll see you later then. Bye. I wonder what big case that is. That's kind of interesting. Oh, he's back. You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I kind of got a favor to ask. It's a big one. A favor? Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me. Oh, it's a little lunchbox. That's a lot of sausages. What is it? It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat. I literally just said that. You think I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. I can't exactly say no, can I? Fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. My God. He's finally gone. Well. Oh, God. Wow, this place is so high-tech, you can almost smell the electricity in the air. It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Oh, hello? I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer program laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. Maybe I should talk like this when I do her voice. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glen Elg's? That's an DMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool, I wouldn't mind one. So what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter, they analyze stuff, you got that much right. The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact of time-slicing comment. Nope. Nope. I'm not reading all that. Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah. Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Inc. Oh. How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Where's a calendar? There's notes. Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. Looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know. She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry, then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it. Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Isn't a spoiler, but I recommend presenting a random piece of evidence to her. I can do that. Thank you, Kai. Although, you know what? I sometimes reference this guide when I'm like stuck, and like I think because I'm not playing it on Steam, like there's ways to get like Steam achievements, and I don't think I get those, sadly. But I can do that still. Is there anything else? Yeah, it says meet with the tiger. The tiger. Also, welcome in. Oh, she went away! Wait, no, she didn't. She's right here. Let's present a random piece of evidence, like the lunch special. Would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, that data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected. Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What? This is madness. No, Maya, that is Sparta. She won't tell us unless we say the right code word. A code word, sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess she just doesn't want to talk about this. Maybe we should focus on asking about Glen Elg. What do you say? I mean, we kind of do. I mean, we can present him, maybe. What about Mr. Elg? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality. Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all, a model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. You've got to find out exactly what this trouble was exactly. About Mr. Elg. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry, why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Oh, so the robot has secrets. Okay. 3 psyche locks. I guess Mr. Elg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Well, we'll see. We got a lot of locks here to get through. Glenn's troubles. So how about you tell me what kind of Mr. Trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I'd better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Ms. Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elk's troubles have something to do with this? I don't know that we have anything. I mean, there's the prescription bag. There's a repair bill. We do not know who Cadaverini is, though. No. Well, what do you think? I'm not sure. Let's ask one of the programmers. Excuse me, can you answer this man's query, please? The data queue that manages... Nope. We're not doing this, sir. Oh, wait a minute. There's more things we gotta gather here. So I'm afraid that is the situation, you see. Did you good people follow all that? Not even slightly. What was all that mumbo-jumbo? It is exactly as my programmer explained. I'm guessing I picked the wrong piece of evidence there. Would you like to input another question? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Okay, no. We're not gonna do that. There is crap on the floor. Wow, look at this mess. It looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? For betting on which horse will win a given race, they're horse racing tickets. Oh wow, his drawers are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets though. Ooh. This many tickets would get you, what, $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Well. Let's save. I want to present this, and if it doesn't work, we're gonna reload. Let's see. Oh, we're getting somewhere. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? We have this we can present. This was his ticket. The lottery, horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No. You are right, Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he, for $500,000? Yeah, but... It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000, in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. The tiger? Furio Tiger, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender, people with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you're one to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Elg. I think Glenn had something to do, or you think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tiger? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really, because I've got a proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. Do we know that they knew each other? I don't think... I don't know that we have anything right now that shows that there's a connection between them. Like, this doesn't really show that. I mean, there's this, the CD. Thank you, Rip Miko. Welcome in. I'm afraid to actually, wait a minute. The calendar. Furio Tiger, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000, ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents. I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Program. I mean, there's the CD. which they are saying is not it. That sucks. This is a very delicate matter. Without the necessary data, there's really no way I can access the information. God damn it. I know Mr. L created some sort of program. She can't deny if I show her the program itself as the evidence. Ooh, I don't think we have this yet. A program. Unless it's that newspaper clipping. Okay. Even this guide I'm saying is saying to present this. How is that not it? Like, come on. Ugh, this is so annoying. Well, we have that lunch we can give to Maggie. So let's do that. Maybe we can get some other information. Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway. Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? So you really think it was that disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it? Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Elg, collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police, and before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations. No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. True. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know, the things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. Well, let's... Wait, can we present? I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Well... Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of a cackling laugh. Creepy? Cackling? Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Yeah. Can we present her? Oh, wait, there she is. I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. Oh. Well. Oh, wait, we didn't present the lunch to her. Oops. Oh yeah, I've got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? No, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop-turned-waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Was there... There was no other point to that? Is that... Is that what we're getting at? So am I being pinged? Hold on. Oh. Anyway. I do too, Kivo. Well, now what? Kitchen. Oh, we got an update. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again, but the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose? I could see that. And it doesn't look like there's anything else here. we got anything else that we can show to people? Not really. I'm just annoyed because it's like we were able to crack that girl's thing, but it wasn't accepting us. It wasn't accepting us presenting that, which is kind of annoying. But maybe because we need more information on it than what we already know at the moment is the only thing I can think of. There we go. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No, just when some young guy... Please, not... Oh my god, not the racist Asian humor. Some young guy. Please. Not when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh, what are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe. You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Apparently, it was some young guy's son's girlfriend, which, yes, sounds inappropriate. We've got big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus. Virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Interesting. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes? No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender Lunder is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts. Oh my god, I'm on that diet. Not everyone, like, coming out of lurk to be like, that's me. I understated, Deepa. Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady. Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? You better find out what the story is with this lady. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool, don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold. Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Ooh, the victim was going to use the virus to erase his debt from the tender lender, which is why they're keen on getting their debt squared up. Interesting. Are you making a guess? I mean, that sounds plausible, but it's also just like, if the tender lender is as sketchy as they are, it doesn't seem like erasing their data would do anything. But who knows? I mean, that sounds correct. Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before, too. Probably. Maybe that's what the CD is. Let's see. It seems plausible. Detective Gumshoe, I'm about this. What? I'm trying to... Oh, this is it. The stupid name. I remember now. I thought so. Here it comes. Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it. The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. What? Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? Why are they infecting this station, though? We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer and every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the route of this virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yep, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. New guess. The chef knew about it, murdered the guy who had debt, and won the lotto to keep $500,000 jackpot and wipe out his debt. That's possible too. In the millions, a virus can be worth that much. I wonder if that is enough information now for us to go back to the lady. Okay. Let's try it. How do we get there? I wish we could go, like, everywhere just from one spot. I hate that we have to, like, go through, like, one at a time. That's been my biggest gripe. One of my gripes with this game. Like, there we go. And let's save again, because I really don't want to lose health again. I want to get my health back, actually. Glenn's troubles. So how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I'd better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Ms. Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's troubles have something to do with this? And what did we present the first time? Was it this? It was. It was the tickets. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right. But I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? So we have the other ticket. Which I went the long way. That's okay. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No. You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he, for $500,000? Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Furio Tiger, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender, people with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you're one to talk? Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Elg. You think Glenn had something to do with this, Furio Tiger? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know any connection between the two of them, really, because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. And that was the calendar. Hi, Usagi, welcome in. Wait, where's the calendar? I think I passed it. There we go. How are you doing? Furio Tiger, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. And thank you for the head pats. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. Oh, not us getting the ad. Every time someone comes in, we get an ad. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000, ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, your ad is in French? This isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. Talents being creating a virus. His talents. I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. We got the jiggle. Wait, make it jiggle. It jiggles this way. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Oh, we did it. We did it, Joe. This is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No. Thank you. Thank you. I wonder if it's... Well, I mean, I guess you're being in Canada probably does that. Because, like, sometimes here in Florida, well, I'll get ads in Spanish. But that it'd also be funny. I would like to believe the game heard me, you know, talking in French earlier, and it like picked up on it. I'm not even kidding. From watching Trashy sometimes, like, it's not even sometimes in the actual Twitch chat, she'll mention something, and then like I'll start getting like recommendations and like other browsers. It's very weird. So I would not be surprised. You need this till Bob. She is kind of serving. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Why Basil reminded? This is very early 2000s, yeah. Like the Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson video, the TLC video, where everything was like white and futuristic. I could see that. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations. Well, where do you come up with these ideas? So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. Interesting. Potentially worth millions of dollars. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Okay. Use the trash can, Nick. I love Usagi is really enjoying these redemptions. Do we have nothing to show her then anymore? Can we go back to the kitchen? No. Can we go back to the tender lender? Oh, right. Her things are still locked. I do like the blush. For some reason, the blush is not... Like, I swear I'm putting a timer on it, like in VTube Studio, and it just... Oh, wait, no, you redeemed it again. Okay. Someone did redeemed it the other day, and I guess I forgot. You have to, like, set up triggers, and, I forgot to put a timer on it, and it just stayed there. But I forgot you redeemed it again. To be fair, this girl scared me when she showed up and she like didn't say anything and she just smiled and then she faded away. Okay. I can't even remember what her thing mentioned, but let's see if we can crack it now. Oh, there's so many. The head bandage. Although, no, I don't think we do know this yet because we have to know why she was in an accident. Oh, no, wait a minute. We did have the information. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. Also, welcome in, Zever. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? And thank you for the hydrate. I am very thirsty tonight. I was very thirsty today, for some reason. I'm like chugging this tea. Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Okay, we had that repair bill. A car repair bill. Okay. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis. Not me reading it out earlier is Cadaverinus. It's cadaverini, but like plural. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. All right then. Sounds like a disease. Your relationship with the cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, we present her. Okay, because that's her last name. Oh my god. So what do you have to say for yourself now? Pretzels for you, huh? Don't worry. Oh wait, so we don't know her last... Oh my god. So we have to find out her last name. Who would know her? Who can we go to that would know her? The old man? Maybe? I don't know. And we also can't find Tiger. He left. And he doesn't care about her. Maybe the chef? The chef is also not here. Oh, you got the car mount. Yay, Kivo. I'm glad they brought that event back for people. It's the Final Fantasy 15 car. Make sure you get the other stuff too. There's like hair, there's an outfit. There's a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, we already asked about her and she didn't know anything about her. Maybe Gumshoe? Do you know anything about this girlie? That's the girl who works over at the Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Maybe we'll get a name. Oh, there we go. Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Ugh. Bruto Cadaverini. Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family. The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. Oh, there we go. The Cadaverinis. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah, as in, they pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes Tender Lender, I take it. Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one. Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then. Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at the Tender Lender? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tender Lender are pretty tight. Tight? That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. Oh, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is... You know, the lunchbox? How did everything go? Lunchbox. You remember the weenies? I hate weenies. Oh yeah, those weenies. So how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Huh? Well, it was delicious. Yeah, that's what she said? Really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh. Do me a favor again, hop out and deliver this. This sure is a heavy burden in more ways than one. I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenies again, Nick. Tell me that we don't have to eat all these too. Oh my god, we're doing this. Okay. I really can't eat anymore. Are we really gonna have to go deliver that again? Oh, she's gone. Never mind. Okay, let's go back here. We're gonna try this again. Okay, so the fatal injury, the repair bill. Okay, tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. I could present him, but I guess we present her. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained an injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Oh, there's one, finally. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. Oh, that's the tender lender guy. So his bike got destroyed from that. That's not her bike. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head, a bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have... Is it possible? Could the person who committed to the hit and run have been... It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tiger. I refuse to believe it. Well, believe it. We collided, the motorbike and my car, but Don Tiger isn't injured at all, is he? It was the Tiger who caused Viola to crash, I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Ms. Cadaverini, but I have... I can't with that name. It's just so weird. I have proof that the Tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Well, let's find his bike. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tiger rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Ms. Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? Oh, there's a third lock. This repair bill was paid by Furio Tiger. Ooh, okay. Yeah, cadaver, a dead body, yeah. It's just Cadaverini. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tiger still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the Tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tiger told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really, but do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Probably your granddad. That's what I'm going to assume. Yeah. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tiger would have paid the money? $1 million. And then Mr. Tiger's trying to go after the people he's lending money to pay for this. Interesting. And there was that $500,000 ticket. And also the virus. If you add that together, that would pay for everything. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million. My grandfather ordered Don Tiger to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Yeah. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tiger said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money it was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers. I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. For cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. How was it due last year if it was just 4 months ago? It's inexcusable. Huh? There are 2 things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah. I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Pear bill thrown into the trash. Interesting. And then we still have to figure out how the chef was involved in all this as well. That's also important. I'm wondering if he's back at the shop now. Or the restaurant, I should say. Yep, he is. Oh, bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong. Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you fellas. It's Zin Eop. Who are you calling Zinny Eop? Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? You just want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers now. Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaverina's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Ms. Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You just want to know what's sad? I tell you what's sad, and it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. Damn. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the 1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2. Oui. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me, désolé, I cannot argue with him. What? Is that all you've got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Hold it, pal. Detective Gumshoe. Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, Copper? Beat it. Whoa, come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Alright, thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. Tender Lender is going down. I'm debating, and it would be such a short stream, but I'm also kind of hungry. Because we could finish the rest of the trial on Thursday. Because I'm also picking up hours this week too, so it's like, ugh. It also didn't help that I kind of started later, but I do think I am gonna call it here. But we will finish the trial Thursday, even if it goes a little bit longer. And then that way, the whole court scene will just be one stream. I think that works for me. And yep, Slynetta was first, and I guess you're last too, because we're gonna be ending stream. So yeah, it's coming together. This was a cute. I mean, we're not done with the case yet. There's still stuff we have to figure out, but this is a fun case. I'm liking this more than the last one. And then I think we have 2 more after this. I think. But yeah, let's go ahead and find someone to raid. Thank you guys for stopping by. And I'm glad we didn't have too many audio issues tonight, I don't think. Who can we find? I haven't raided. I do kind of want to go raid Trashly because they are well, they're Jake Fortnite tonight, but they're playing the new DBD chapter, which I have not been playing, but I do kind of want to see it. So why don't we go ahead and do that, and then we will continue this on Thursday. Yeah. And there is our raid command. I also updated my link tree today too, so that should be working now. I need to add my blue sky on there, but I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really posted on it. I've been slowly though putting the VODs up on YouTube, which I do need to check, because the first episode from this game, like the 3rd game, is on there, and I think I tried to put a couple others up last night, and I don't know if they actually went through, because it takes a while to upload them. So we'll see. But yeah, and then I also there's some new clips on TikTok I put on, which I just hit 100 followers on TikTok, which I was kind of happy about, which is exciting. So go check all that out. And then here is the Discord, so you guys can see when I go live again, which I'll be live again Thursday. We'll be finishing this case. And then this weekend, we're going to be continuing Breath of the Wild, which I'm excited for. And then I think the weekend after that, I might get the Peach game when it comes out on the 22nd. So that'll be fun. But I will see you guys Thursday. Have a good night. I'm going to go get some food because I am very hungry. Have a good night, everybody. Goodbye.